Short form video advertising spend in the US is expected to grow by over 10% this year. And it's no secret that YouTube wants a piece of that pie. They've announced new monetization opportunities for YouTube Shorts creators. And me, as a typical long form creator on YouTube, knows what that means. They want us to use that feature. They want us to test it out and help them get more of that advertising revenue. So I decided that I would post a YouTube short every day for a month just to see what it actually did for my YouTube channel, if I was able to grow a YouTube channel, and if it's something that I feel like makes sense to do for my business long term. But I didn't test it out on this channel here, which has over 160,000 subscribers at the time of recording. I didn't think that would be super helpful for a lot of you who may be very new in your content creation journey. I actually used a second channel that I started about a year ago, and at the time of starting the test had 16 subscribers. In addition to just wanting to have some good insight to share with you, I also wanted to record on this second channel because when Shorts first came out, I got a lot of feedback from you all, my main channel viewers, that Shorts weren't your favorite thing ever, and they're not really my favorite thing to watch either. So I didn't want to clog up your subscription box with Shorts uploads and risk potentially having you unsubscribe. So that's why I created the second account. I don't know if that's the strategy moving forward, but I'll show you what happened after 30 days of posting. So here was my process. Here's how I set this up. I pretty much just started by uploading some of my old YouTube podcasts, my video podcasts, into Descript, which is a video editor that easily enables me to repurpose my videos into short clips. You upload your video and it gives you a transcript, and I scan through the transcript and look for things that are going to be compelling. Any type of short form video really relies on those like, oh my gosh, kind of moments. Those either, very rich tips, here's an exact step, an exact little hack or tip that you can use right now, or maybe something that is a bit more controversial that's gonna, ruffle some feathers a little bit. And so that's really what I was searching for when I was pulling my clips. Now, I was lucky in the sense that I already had a bunch of these in a folder on my hard drive because I'd used them for Instagram Reels and TikToks previously, so I could easily just repurpose those and then grab a few additional from newer episodes that I hadn't had shorts for. Something else that I think is important when you're editing these shorts is that you always have captions. YouTube Shorts, I don't believe, allows you to upload them like you can on TikTok or Instagram Reels. So you have to add them in on your own using your own editor. I really like Descript for this reason because it makes it really easy to edit the transcript and burn them into your video, but you do what's best for you. Either way, though, definitely make sure that you add captions. I know I personally, when I'm looking at YouTube Shorts or any type of short form content, if it doesn't have a caption, I am not watching it because you have to think shorts are for mobile. They are a mobile first video design. And most people do not use their mobile phones in the same way that they use a TV or a laptop. So that's how I grab my content. Now, as far as my actual posting strategy, I posted every day for 31 days. And I tried to mix up the time. I posted some days at 9 a.m., some days at 11 a.m. I think I tested a couple at night. Overall, I didn't really see a big difference in performance depending on the time that I uploaded. I honestly don't think upload time matters that much. I think we really overthink it. And YouTube has said multiple times, both to me personally when I've talked to a YouTube manager and also in some of their documentation, that upload time really doesn't matter. They'll serve the video, at the best time to the right people. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. As far as title strategy, I followed a basic formula every single time. So I would have a keyword-rich, quick title, and then I would do an emoji. I don't know why, I just thought it looks better that way. And hashtag shorts. I've heard that using hashtag shorts gets it into the shorts algorithm a little bit better, so I just use this for every single one. But my actual copywriting style that I used for the title was a little bit different depending on the video. So some of them were a lot more direct, something pretty straightforward, like pros and cons of long freelance contracts. That's exactly to the point. That's exactly what the episode is about or the video is about. But it does still have some of those keywords like freelance, like contracts. Those might be things that people are searching for. Client red flags is another example of a really, really direct title. How to choose a niche, also very direct. I also tested out using some questions. I thought maybe that would be compelling, that would get people to click, like why your vision board isn't working. I guess that's not really a question, but a thought-provoking type of thing. What's the ROI of social media? How many slides should your speech have? And then I also tried one that was like very provocative, like the best time of the year for new freelancers. Or let's see another example. Freelancers, stop doing this. I tried to use a style that would get people to click and be like, oh, what is this? Kind of that BuzzFeed style copywriting. And I'll say those second two styles of copywriting didn't seem to perform as well. Those were some of my bottom videos where the questions and the more like witty teasing kind of titles, I don't really know the word for it, but those didn't seem to perform as well. So direct titles seem to do the best for what it's worth. Now, whenever I'm analyzing content, I like to look at just things that jump off the page as being similar to one another, right? So we've got these top 6 videos here. And what's interesting is we can kind of categorize them all into buckets based on something. So for example, there are 2 out of 6 of these videos that are actually from the same original video. So I'll have the same hair, the same wardrobe. It's kind of talking about a similar thing. It's a bit of a different topic. One's about, the idea of just not being a perfectionist, just winging it. The other one's about taking action on your vision boards. So they are different topics, but they are kind of a similar genre, I guess, if you will. They're more of that mindset type topic. And again, the hair, makeup, wardrobe is all the same as well. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. We've also got some more freelancey and client type videos. That accounts for about 3 out of 6 of the top videos. So we've got pros and cons of long freelance contracts, client red flags, and the best client retention strategy. So that shows me that people really want those direct, like, I want to be a better service provider. I want to get more clients, that type of thing. And then the last one, 6 out of 6, was how to choose a niche, which is kind of the outlier there. That one's more about content creation, I would say, and it's from its own video, so its own hair, makeup, wardrobe, etc. So no trends really there, but just something to think about. On the other hand, I want to look at some of my bottom videos. I'm going to do the same thing for those bottom videos and see what they have in common. Well, we're looking at, let's see, we'll look at the bottom 5 here, and it looks like 2 out of 5 are filmed in this old school style. They're actually older videos that I uploaded when I first created this channel. And they are using this older style that I used to use. I was very afraid of having my face just like in your face. And so I would do kind of this picture in picture look. I don't know if it's that people don't like it or that YouTube algorithm doesn't like it. Either way, people don't like them very much. We've also got some of those more, I don't know the word for it, those more like provocative titles. Repurposing content is easy like this. What AI can't do yet. Must-have tools for social media manager. I guess I'm a little surprised the must-have tool for social media managers didn't do as well, but it still is a bit vague. I think if I were to say best social media scheduling tool or best social media video editor or something like that, it probably would have done a little bit better. I want to go into the analytics here and just look at some key insights. So the first thing I want to look at actually is traffic sources. I want to see where people came from to get to these shorts. And it looks like it's primarily, by primarily, I mean 95% of my traffic came from the YouTube Shorts feed. So that's something that's interesting to note. We compare that to YouTube search, which is only 3.4%. And I think a big difference between shorts and long form YouTube videos are that you are primarily writing for people, not search engines. And oftentimes those are, the keywords and the strategy is going to be similar for those things, but it is a little bit different. So you might want to use a copywriting style that's a little bit more direct. Like, hey, do you want to become a social media manager? The 5 best tips to grow your business. Things like that, as opposed to maybe writing specific company names or tool names, or, some of those trending topics that might look good in SEO, but not necessarily speak directly to humans. I also want to look at subscription source. So overall, we gained a total of 27 subscribers, which is not terrible. Not terrible at all. I have lost one since I ended this test. So technically I gained 28 subscribers throughout this 30 days of content, which honestly isn't too bad. That's almost a subscriber a day. For very low effort content. Honestly, I wasn't creating any original content for shorts or anything like that. So I would say not bad, not terrible. And most of these subscribers came from the shorts feed. So 89.7% of my subscribers came from the shorts feed, whereas 3 subscribers or 10% of the subscribers came from YouTube search. 6.9% or 2 subscribers came from my YouTube channel. And then I lost 2 actually. So I don't know, that math is a little bit more than 28, but we're accounting for some people who dropped. So, okay, whatever. And then the last thing that I want to look at in this YouTube report is my demographics, like who was actually watching this content, because I'll say it felt very different than this audience that I'm speaking to right here. I'm not exactly sure why. My hypothesis was that it was very young compared to you all, but I think it was actually something different. So the age demographics does seem to skew a little bit younger than my main core audience on this main channel. The majority of my viewers were 25 through 34 though, which I do still fit in that age range. So it's not like it's super young or anything like that. I will say that 18 through 24-year-old age bracket is quite a bit bigger than on this channel. And the 35 to 44 is quite a bit smaller. I do have many more audience members on my main YouTube channel that are in that age group. So I would say it skews a little bit younger, but it's not like anything out of this world. It's also interesting to look at this report and look at how much these folks are actually viewing my content. So the 13 through 17-year-olds were only watching for 12 seconds, whereas the 55 through 64-year-olds were viewing for 36 seconds. Thank you. I love y'all. So it's just interesting to see. And then, 18 through 24 and 35 to 44, somewhere in between 18 and 16 seconds. So yeah, I mean, the young kids are probably like, who is this, millennial cringe? Actually, we're going to get to cringe in a second. But first, let's go to the gender, because the age isn't that much different, But when I looked at my gender demographics report, I was very shocked by this actually. Not necessarily in a bad way, but it's just an interesting insight to have. So 67.7% of my shorts viewers are male, whereas only 32.3% are female. This is just really interesting to note because my main YouTube channel is quite different. It is majority women. It's getting closer to 50-50. I would say it's probably 40% male, 60% women or something around there, but it's definitely not flipped like this. So again, that's just interesting to keep in mind because it probably feels very different for me if I think about a lot of the top male content creators, the Alex Hermosis, the Gary Vaynerchuks. They have this very direct speaking style. They're giving you these tips. They're speaking very authoritative in their delivery.
Pickles? I eat pickles like crazy. I love pickles.
And so it makes sense that those are the videos, those are the shorts that were performing the best, as opposed to some of those more mindset-y topics that I was speaking about before. Makes sense that those would not do quite as well. Okay, let's lastly go over to our comments because I do think that comments are very valuable pieces of feedback. Analytics are great. They give you that quantitative data, right? But comments give you that qualitative data. They let you know how people are feeling. They give you that sentiment information. So I didn't get a ton of comments, but I want to highlight just a couple. The first one was what made this experiment all worth it for me. It comes from somebody named Black Snow. No profile picture, so I don't know gender, age, anything like that. But they said, Holla, is your podcast on Spotify? I said, yes, it's called Freelance Friday. And they said, wow, you've been on a long roll since 2018. How haven't I met your content somehow? It's lovely though. And I said, thank you. And they thumbs it up my comment. So that honestly made this whole experiment worth it for me, because that is a very high intent, high quality new member of the community. If you're watching this channel, I hope you are. Hi, Black Snow, appreciate you. But the fact that this person sought out my podcast, first they asked me if I had one, then they went to go look it up. Then they scrolled all the way back to see how long I'd been doing it. That shows me that they really are interested in what I have to say. They're not just here for casual content. Like they are a good, audience member. And that's exactly what I want to grow more of. So I do think it's possible. Yes, I only got one really meaningful comment like that in 30 days. So in theory, that could only mean like 12 per year. But if you follow the 1,000 true fans model at all, or you've heard of that, I mean, I definitely think it's possible to gain 1,000 true fans by posting daily shorts, or maybe even 2 shorts a day or something like that. I definitely think it's possible, especially if you have somewhere to drive them back to for that longer form content, that kind of next stage in your relationship. I will say, like, YouTube Shorts is definitely way more hostile than long form videos. I almost never get thumbs down here on this channel. On shorts, I would get at least 1 thumbs down for every video. Doesn't bother me, but it's just interesting. I think that's just how people respond to this type of content. It's a lot more emotional and like in the moment. Now, I did get a couple of comments that were just kind of like, I don't know, weird. Like, I don't know. I got some like religious stuff that was kind of, I don't know, really, I didn't understand. We've got, potentially a racial slur, which did make me uncomfortable. I do have that word that starts with an N in my blocked words on this main channel, and I don't have it on that second channel, which is just really disturbing. If it happens that often, I wouldn't know because it's blocked. So anyway, I do think it's just, I don't know. I don't know. It's not great though. But then this video in particular seemed to really this was my most commented on video. We're all just winging it, which is one of the top videos. It is the second most viewed video at 1.4K views. It got 11 comments, one which was the N-word, unfortunately. And then this one like really seemed to get people going. Jeff Bezos got me rolling on the floor. Did I say Jeff Bezos' name wrong? Is it Bezos? I don't know. So I don't know if that's why people are making fun. I don't care if you're Jeff Bezos, bro. That made me flip my chair upside down. What? Buckle some more. No idea what that means. And then, bro, who is this person? People seemed very riled up by this. I don't know. You guys can watch it and let me know. Was it funny? Were people making fun of me? Was I being a cringe millennial? I don't know. I don't know why people were so triggered by this one, but it's engagement. So hey, I'm here for it. I also did get a cringe somewhere. Oh, cringe on how to convert YouTube viewers into clients. Cringe. Like, okay, can I just say, I don't get what's up with the social media culture. I'm not blaming all Gen Zs. I know a lot of Gen Zs who I adore, of course. But like, I feel like everything is not cringe. Like, just because you don't like something, like, stop saying cringe. Saying cringe is cringe. It's very weird. So I don't know, a little bit more trolling or just like weird, maybe Gen Z humor that I don't understand and I don't need to. Just something to think about that you very well maybe put in front of an audience that you're not used to. You know, whether that's an age demographic or a gender or whatever, just a type of content consumer that you're not used to. So keep that in mind, because it can be a little bit jarring, I suppose. But overall, I think the experiment was worth it. And I am definitely going to consider, continuing it. It probably took me about 3 hours to put everything together, get everything scheduled out, which is definitely doable. And if it's not doable for you personally, you can easily hire somebody to do this for, 5 hours a month or something and take care of all of your short form in one swoop. So definitely going to re-examine my strategy moving forward. So that's what posting on YouTube Shorts for 30 days straight got me. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you plan to try. I totally think it's worth it, and I am going to rethink my strategy on how I use shorts moving forward, but I definitely think they're a good way to get more eyeballs on your content and potentially grow your channel. So thanks so much for watching. Please do leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought, and subscribe to this channel if you don't mind. Leave me a thumbs up as well. It really helps, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Oh yeah, are there any social media experiments that you want me to try next? Be sure to leave those in the comments as well.